Pennsylvania State Police deal with the public on a daily basis, and unfortunately, they see the need for those who do not have the proper gear when it comes to the upcoming cold weather, and they're doing something about it. Pennsylvania State Police at Troop N are offering Coats for the Community, a program where they collect items for the needy, and it's going on now through November 13th. I'm pleased to welcome back our friend, Trooper First Class David Peters, a public information officer with Troop N in Hazleton. Trooper Peters, this has been going on a couple of years, so obviously, like I said, you yourself, your fellow troopers saw the need and wanted to help.
Yeah, I mean, guys on patrol, just maybe driving in their own personal cars, you come across people every day, and maybe the temperatures aren't the best outside, and you see them not having the proper clothing that they need to keep themselves warm, especially kids walking to school in situations like that.
And this year, I would think, a lot of people out of work because of COVID. Maybe the situation will even be worse. Heaven forbid. I hope it's not, but there could be those that can't afford to purchase winter clothing.
Yeah, we couldn't agree more. And the organizations that I've spoken to throughout our coverage area that are recipients of the coats that get them out to the community members that need them, they are saying that the need is growing and has increased during COVID, whether that's for food items, and maybe we were just thinking about food items at that time, but now here comes the cold weather, and now we have to start thinking about having the proper clothing to be out in the elements. So that's why we went ahead. This is our third year. We've been quite successful in getting the items needed to our communities.
Now, you mentioned the agencies. Tell everyone how you do distribute these items to the needy.
So every location and state police station, I should say, in our troop area, obviously here in Hazleton, it's the headquarters here. All the coats that are collected in those respective areas stay in those respective areas. So anyone donating here in Hazleton, they would be distributed to local organizations within the community that are providing services, whether that be clothing, food, or other things that people need during this difficult time. So they do stay in the community to which they were collected.
Now tell us what exactly our viewers can do to help. What do you need to collect?
We're looking for new or barely used, and I know we say that word, sparingly when barely used, coats, new hats, gloves, blankets, all ages. I mean, there's a need across the board. Needing something, whether that's food or a jacket, doesn't know any boundaries when it comes to your age. So we want to make sure these families can maybe concentrate on other things they may need to in their household than worrying about going out and buying a coat or having a blanket to keep warm. We want to make sure that we can collect the items and get them into the hands of people that need them. And again, we do ask people if they can. I mean, they understand what's a good jacket. If they wouldn't wear them themselves because it's ripped up and stained, please don't pass that on. That's not something we're going to give to anybody either.
What's been the reaction by the agencies that you provide all of this to?
Well, they're always grateful year after year. I think this year, in speaking to a lot of them, they're even more grateful that, a lot of things have been canceled and postponed. We do something with Hazleton High School and a canned food drive, and just seeing the dynamic in there with no kids being in school as to how are we going to pull that off. So I think they're relieved that we're still doing something like this and being able to get the items to them. And again, they're seeing a need far bigger than they've seen in years past.
So for our viewers who are watching, when they do want to donate an item, how do they do it? Where do they take it?
So they can come right here to the Hazleton station or any one of our locations in Troop N. It's going to be Bloomsburg, Lehighton, Stroudsburg, and our Fern Ridge station, which is off 115. Again, you have to follow CDC guidelines to enter, so you have to wear a mask to enter our building. Please don't come if you're sick. I mean, we're doing this to November 13th, so there's no immediate necessity to get those coats here. The boxes are right out in the lobby. We put a bag in there, so you just drop them in. If you want to put them in a bag, that's fine. We remove them quite regularly to kind of deal with CDC guidelines and to take care of what we need to do on our end before we distributed them to the organizations.
Kudos to the state police for making sure that everyone stays warm this winter. Again, if you can donate, they would like new or gently used coats, but they would also like new blankets, hats, and gloves, those new. So please drop them off. It is Coats for the Community going on now through November 13th.
Today's news feature is brought to you by Frankie's Pizzeria, located at 3739 Wyoming Street in Hazleton. Every Friday night is all-you-can-eat crab legs from 5 until 8 p.m. Reservations are suggested. You can call 570-454-6000 to make a reservation or for more information.